me. Help me.
Do 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 do. Na 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 na. Diesel, I love you. Diesel, kiss me. Thank you very much. I love that. Very nice, very lovely, very tasty, very beautiful. Thank you. Very nice. Ow, shit. Can hardly breathe this bloody weather. Shake it, babe. Hi guys, welcome to my channel. If you don't know me, I'm taking this bracelet off because wow, too much noise. If you don't know me, my name is Sun. I used to play with knives and now I play with spatulas. You already know the intro. If you don't, I'm sorry about it. But anyway, as you can see by this video, we're here to talk about me. Calm down. We're here to talk about me and my disability. I don't like the angle of this camera. Beautiful! Okay, so if you don't know me, my name is Sun. Hello, I like games, the gym, other things. My channel is just a mess, but I don't know how to start this. How do I start this? I'm just gonna go for it. On paper, I have a disability. 2 disabilities, actually. I'd like to first of all thank my man, my mom, my dogs for putting up with me, because I'm very annoying and stuff. Not always, ouch. Kabibble basil. What is that? Yeah, basically I have a disability. On paper I have a disability. If you know how you have an interview somewhere and it's like, do you have a disability? And you either put yes, no. For me it's one of those things where I don't want to put yes because it personally doesn't affect me anymore that much. Really, I'm just kind of used to myself and this is me. But anyway, I've got 2 disabilities and this is going to be a long ass video because at the end of the day, this isn't scripted whatsoever. I've not scripted this. I'm just going to talk from the heart that I have. So, let's throw it back to 1999 when I was a kid. I was in school and I started to notice a few things about myself. So first of all, it was very hard for me to learn in the same ways that everyone else did. Everyone else was picking up things very quickly and I was kind of behind in school. I'm not that I'm stupid, I have a degree. But yeah, I was very behind in school and I was finding it hard to learn in certain ways. So my mom, the amazing woman, the angel, the everything in my life, the reason why I breathe, was like, something's not right, we need to get her checked out. So the first thing we realised was I went for this test, very long, vigorous test. It was kind of fun. I didn't see it as like, oh, I'm being tested for a disability. I just saw it as a test. So I went there and it came out that I had, what do I have? What have I got? I'm dyslexic and it did actually affect me very much. I've also, oh my God, I've got 3 disabilities. Hey! I've got dyscalculia too. I'll get to the other one that really affects me in a bit. So it was harder for me to learn like other people. People think that people with dyslexia are thick, are stupid, and we don't know anything. As I've said, I was fine in school after I got the help that I needed. I learned in different ways and I needed a lot of extra support to enable me to get where I ended up getting in education wise, because I loved school, I loved learning, but I didn't like learning in the way that the teachers taught me. I had to visualize things. I needed things explaining in a complete different way to other people, and it took me a while to kind of understand the ways which I learn. So if you guys are struggling in school and you're embarrassed about being labelled as disabled or being labelled as having a certain disability, it's fine. It really is. So I got things put in place. So that was throughout school. So yeah, things were difficult for me. It wasn't just dyslexia that enabled me from learning, it was this other thing that I'm going to talk about very soon. But anyway, I got to college and I got through normal school. I got through, I don't know what you guys would call it, but in England we've got primary school, which is when you're a baby, then you've got secondary school, which is from, I think, from the ages of, I don't know, to be honest, anymore. I've not got my phone. Google is not your friend. Google it. Basically, in England, we've got primary school, secondary school, college, and then university, where you get your degree. So just work it out like that. I ended up going to college. Let me tell you about this. I did a course, childcare. Hated it. It was so boring the way they taught. I couldn't concentrate. I didn't understand. I hated it. They didn't help me. I would get told off for like, I'll do this all the time. I'll be in class. This is me in class. I found it very hard to sit still. So I got told off, I got sent out. They hated me. I was very hyper. I was very annoying. It's fucking annoying. I'm sorry, teachers. I'm very sorry. I was a hard student. So it wasn't for me, so I left and I did public services. This was great. This is when you want to get into the army, the police force, security, stuff like that. The reason why it was so great for me is because I am so active, and it was all based on running around, going to the gym, going to different events, doing obstacle courses. It wasn't really classroom based, and they had a way of teaching that was so captivating that it just, you know, I loved it. So I breezed college after I just effed off the course, breezed it. And then this is my issue. So I've got dyscalculia. For those, that's another thing. So for those of you who don't know, it means you're really bad at maths. Like, I thought maths for me is awful. I got the worst. I'm not the worst. I got a pretty bad grade in maths in school. So in college, I wanted to get into uni because I enjoy learning. This brain is here to be used, okay? So I went into college and I finished college, and then it was time for me to go to university to get my degree. I really wanted to do a certain course, and it turns out that because I was bad at maths, I couldn't get onto this course, and I was like, yeah, fuck, my life is over. I can't get to uni, I can't get a degree, how will I prosper? So my mom, she's amazing. She spoke to the uni and she explained that I have issues with certain things, and she just said, give her a chance, like, talk to her. She has a brain, she will be such a credit to your university. And you know what? They let me on the course. They ended up actually letting me on the course. So I went for this big rigorous interview. Mine was like 4 hours long. The original one was 2 hours, but they wanted to know if I was the right fit for the university. They let me on the course and I passed university with a 2-1. Your girl is smart. And I was really happy with myself. And the reason why I'm bigging myself up so much is because I used to slam myself down. I used to tell myself that I'm stupid, I can't do it. Because of the stigma that comes to dyscalculia and dyslexia, I didn't think that I was smart enough to ever get a degree. And I'm very thankful for the teachers and my mum for putting up with me, because it was hard and I did have to have someone next to me, and I had a voice recorder, they gave me a laptop, they gave me so much for me to reach my full potential and learn in a certain way. Anyway, on to the third disability. I've had a hard time in life with myself. Not with no one else, with myself. So you can hardly see it in this video, but I find things so difficult to concentrate on. So I'll be in class and they'll be talking about how these car keys are made, and I'll be like, well, these car keys are made but shiny, wow. I'll be in conversation with people and they'll be talking about the weather, and the dog will run past and I'll be like, dog. Or say we're on a different subject and I'll be completely just in my own separate world. And another thing, it gets to like 12 o'clock at night and I'll be dancing around the house. I can't sit still. And that's not even the worst of it. The worst of it is that my mind is a constant fuss. It's like there's always something going off all the time. And obviously we, as a human being, we process thousands of thoughts in a second, in a minute, like 1,000. So humans in general, a normal human, they process these thoughts, but for me, every thought is like heightened, it's a blur. And that's because the third disability that I've got is ADD, and that's attention deficit disorder. Hello, my name is Marshall, I'm an alcoholic. I can honestly say that I will never ever medicate because this is me, this is who I am. I get comments on a daily basis like, what's wrong with her? Has she got bipolar disorder? Is she schizophrenic? She's got ADHD, there's something wrong with her. I've just got ADD, really, and I find it hard to concentrate on certain things. I kind of find it hard to stick to this one subject. Life is hard, and there's sometimes where I get frustrated and angry with myself. Like, normally I'm fine. I'll be running around the house, I'm happy, I'm lively, I've got so much energy, it's lovely, it really is fantastic. But there's sometimes in life where I sit there and I get so frustrated with myself because my thoughts are so hard to process. So the main issues for me as someone living with ADHD was organisation. You can ask my friend at uni, Malika, I love you, you are the best, how frustrated she got with my poor organisation skills. Now, woo, I am an organisation queen. And now at this age, after so many years, I find out certain ways that have helped me organise my life. And it's kind of like, I have to stick to the way that I organise things. So I've got a list that I write, and if I don't stick to this list, life is a mess. I go through this list every morning, I make sure everything's done, I make sure I've got a certain routine I have to go through in my head and I have to stick to it, otherwise the day or the week moving forward is going to be an absolute mess. And it doesn't really take a toll on my life, it's just a general thing that I do now and it just fits perfectly into my day-to-day life. Another thing that I found really hard is focusing on a task. Oh, Jesus, you don't understand how hard it is to focus on one thing. I could be watching TV and I can find, I see myself drifting off. For example, I could be watching a horror film and the girl is about to slit someone's throat or something like that. And instead of like concentrating on she's slitting the throat, I'm too busy thinking about the backstory that I've made up in my head. Like, I'm just focusing on ridiculous things that I do not need to focus on. And what I've learned with that, snap myself out of it. Meditation has helped me with this so much. Meditation, the law of attraction has helped me massively. I can just snap out of it now. But normally the focusing was very hard for me. So university work, college work was a bloody, very hard thing. And I feel angry at myself for not putting these things in place before, but I didn't know that I had ADD before. Now, like in terms of YouTube and my job, I've got a notebook that I carry around with me and every task is done and I focus on that one task, or I try to. I'm not going to say it always works, but as long as that task is done, if it takes me 10 hours and it's meant to take me 1, at least it's done. Another thing that I say suffer, but I enjoy it, is impulsiveness. I'm a very impulsive person and I just like to do things. I like the excitement, I like speed. I mean, I didn't think this was related to ADD, but things like going really fast in a car or a roller coaster, or if I was to jump off the building, but with a bungee jump obviously. And I like the feeling of the thrill and the I love that. And I didn't understand that that was a part of ADD, but the doctor explained to me that that is a thing, that the impulsiveness and the danger and the speed when you're going fast, it's something that I think it's because it kind of, maybe it matches the thoughts in my head that are going at like 7,000 miles per hour in my head, so it kind of matches that. And yeah, that's another thing, impulsiveness. I'm very impulsive, but I'm also sensible, so I'm not gonna do dangerous stuff if I know it's dangerous, to a certain extent. If it's not hurting anybody, then why not? So I guess what I'm trying to say, it's a fly on the floor, fly on the floor right there. I guess what I'm trying to say is, I am a normal person, I've got ADD, okay? I've got dyscalculia and I've got dyslexia. On paper, I am disabled. However, for me, I'm not disabled, this is just who I am. These 3 things, ADD, dyslexia, dyscalculia, make me who I am as a person. And I love who I am. I do. I enjoy being me. And if you want to call that big-headed, that's fine. But I've spent life back in the past back in the day, not liking myself, thinking there's something wrong with me, and people thinking I'm weird. I am weird, okay? We're all weird. I like being a little bit strange. I'm eccentric, I'm fun. I have a good time. I would probably say that ADD has been the hardest thing to live with because I didn't know that I had ADD. I just thought, son, why can't you focus on normal things? Why is your head so blurry inside? And I didn't understand until I was quite recently diagnosed with it. I was like, yeah, that's what's wrong with me. I don't feel the need to medicate. I don't think people who suffer with ADHD or ADD should ever medicate. I think the best thing that you can do is learn different coping mechanisms. I'm very easily distracted. Something that stops this is music. Sometimes it stops us from getting distracted. Sometimes I could be doing something and there's a song on and then I'm like, oh, that's my jam, and I'll dance around. But that's normal, everyone does that, right? It's not because I've got ADD, it's just because I'm having fun to the music. But overall, music helps me focus. If there's a task that I need to do, tidying the house, music's on. I'll be dancing around, tidying up because I'm focusing on the music in my head along with tidying. If the music was off, I'd probably get distracted by a million and one things. As I've said before, organisation. I am now an organisation queen. It's helped me so much having a certain set of things that I do in the morning and the afternoon to help me get tasks done and not forget things. Another thing that I really can't help with ADD is forgetfulness. I'm very, very forgetful. But again, I'm learning with that because what I'll do if I know I need to remember something, but I put a reminder on my phone and then it pops up and there you go. Another thing, I don't know whether to blame, yeah, it's the ADD, it's not me. I'm late a lot. And the reason why I'm late is because of all these other factors. I get distracted very easily. So if I've got to be there for 10 o'clock in the morning, I know I need to get up an hour early because there's going to be a million and one things that are going to distract me completely. In general, things happen. I get distracted, I'm late, I get easily, I can't focus, and that's just me. I've learned, as I said, I've learned mechanisms to help me. If I'm going to do a YouTube video, this is unscripted, okay? This is why it's a mess. I'm a mess. I wanted to just show you guys how things are for me and how it looks and how it seems when things are completely just unscripted. But this is an unscripted video. Normally, if it's a YouTube video, I'm going to plan it weeks before and I'm going to script it. And it probably doesn't even seem scripted because my scripting is very unfocused too. Like when I'm doing a YouTube video, for example, oh god, and I'm planning it, I'll do like a step-by-step of what I'm gonna focus on. But yeah, so I have a disability and I want you guys to know, anyone that suffers with I would say it's a mild disability like this, don't let, even if you suffer with a disability, I know I work with people with disabilities and I will always empower every last one of them. I can't think of anything more awful than restricting people with disabilities. When I'm working with someone that finds it hard to walk or who's been taught that they can't do things, they've been disabled, I will enable them. So if you have been told that you can't cook a sandwich, and I can see you physically can cook a sandwich, you are going to go with me in that kitchen and we're going to cook a sandwich, okay? Who cooks sandwiches? No one cooks sandwiches, but we're going to make a sandwich together. I'm not going to disable someone with a disability because I think that everyone has the power to do what they want to do, and disability or not, we can empower people around us with disabilities. I just want to say, disability awareness. I have witnessed on plenty of times people, fucking human beings, laughing at people. Oh God, it makes me so angry with disabilities. Such as, I've been walking down the street and I've been walking down the street and I've witnessed people laughing at people that can't walk, they can't talk, they have cerebral palsy, they have Down syndrome. It's not funny, right? And if you're one of those people, please think what these people go through on a day-to-day life. It's wrong what you're doing. Laughing at someone with a disability is just pure evil. You are an able-bodied person with an able-bodied mind. What in the world makes it okay for you to laugh at somebody? And now this is a lecture, but I'm being serious. please stop. It's wrong, it's disgusting. We should empower everyone around us. Please, peace and love to all. There's no need to be laughing at anybody who finds things more like difficult than you. They've been born like it. That's the way they are. And to me, if you are labelled as disabled, take that label off, take that stigma off. You are a person who has been born with these certain things in life, and that makes you who you are. Anyway, that's me. Hello, take me or leave me. A lot of you have taken to me. Thank you. I love you. And it's been nice offloading. So now you guys can stop thinking I have schizophrenia, bipolar, or something else, because I don't. I'm just me. Okay? Oh God! Anyway, guys, I love you. We can't live without the Starbucks. Lovely. And I'll see you guys very, very shortly. Goodbye.